Don't you love life when you feel like sunshine on your skin in the middle of the winter when it's chilly, when it's getting dry, in front of a fire, laying with your baby and you're getting high. Well, a couple of buttons on a sweet day, I've sure blown up a perfect way. Don't you love life when you feel like the first time you feel it in, coming together, feeling perfect skin. Well, white chips on a cold day, ice cream stripping on a hot day. Well, nighttime hitting the street with a perfect song and a perfect beat. Well, are you feeling it?
Welcome to our trip of a lifetime. As we reconnect to family, I reconnect to my roots, we reconnect to country, we find some adventure, healing, peace, and some awesome new friends. We get off the grid, we get out of the grid. Join us, fun-loving Hendys, as we answer that call to the magical Cape York.
Okay, where are we?
Little muddy section. We're actually coming back onto the top of the old OTT. We're ready to go, so we're just getting ready. Oh no, if you just joined us or rejoining us, we've decided to come in the top end of the Old Tele Track on the way from Cape York back down south on our trip, and thought we'd try and get into Sam's Creek via this little detour track. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh my God, are we safe in here? This looks like really muddy. Oh my God, Trev, tell me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Well, here you go again. This is a photo of me before the incident, looking like I'm a bit cocky, and this is the photo of Sophia straight after the incident. I was completely up on two wheels and we nearly flipped.
So, this is where we are.
Slipped off this edge. Too far right.
What'd you do, hon?
Hey, what?
What'd you do?
Went too far right?
Really?
Yeah, went too far right, so the left wheel slipped in underneath us.
Oh, Sophia.
We only had a little bit to get forward, but there were no major trees to winch off in front of us. But being silly and because I don't like to turn around, I thought I'd give it a crack.
I freaked out. Yeah, I would have told. I was supposed to be on thinking. Oh, no, I thought you were going to
Trev went a little bit too right and slipped into the big ditch.
The tree's going to go. Stop! Stop! The tree's going to go!
Say that again.
Oh, Aussie adventures.
Stop! The tree's going. Stop! Stop!
It's a bit of an unfortunate angle, isn't it? We're going to go backwards because we're going to have to come back through this anyway as we go through. And we've got a long day tomorrow, so we might camp somewhere different tonight.
Oh, yes, popped up. Popped up and dented up.
Oh no, this is my most expensive mistake. We winched up against that bank, that hard bank, and we should have had a max track underneath, and we majorly folded the back left corner underneath the car.
Is that dented? Oh, that face says it all.
What's worse than damaging your pride and joy with a bit of a rookie error? Getting in major trouble afterwards. This had folded all the way underneath this wheel right here around, and because it's plastic, I was able to pull it back out and ended up majorly with just these three dents. Very small but very expensive damage and some misalignment, but dodged a big bullet there, managed to drive away, but pretty expensive rookie mistake. Okay, well there's the sunset, little gravel pit road just south of where the Jardine south and north sections come together. Did a bit of panel damage and got in a bit of an argument, as you do. We're going to camp here. We've got to get to Chili Beach tomorrow, hopefully. So car's in good nick now, everything's okay. But tricky, learning new stuff all the time. But this is going to be our camp for tonight. We're going to go in here gravel pit camp. Good little spot. We should see Karen and Greg come down there any second now. And right on cue, there they come, driving out of the sunset. That's what a average afternoon looks like up here. If you like following our Hendy travels and have a bit of fun with us, we want to do plenty more. So hit the subscription button and give us a like. That helps us out. Still to come on this episode, Greg and I go night spearing. We have an amazing act of serendipity, and there's a terrifying croc encounter that leaves one of our party absolutely rattled. Portland Road town. Really beautiful. Nice little fishing spot.
It's amazing. This little place is hidden in the middle of
There's a war memorial right there. Well, this place is renowned for being windy, and it's not disappointed. It's Chili Beach. It's absolutely stunning. We just parked here in the day use area. Just trying to get camping organised. It's meant to be pre-booked, but this is unbelievable. To meet this guy is huge. He's as big as the palm of my hand, no problems at all. Unbelievable. Big red fangs. How stunning is that, eh? Right in front of the toilet block. There we are. We just jumped up on the coconut grabbing car. Look at that, Joe. Looks pretty beautiful down there. Beautiful drive down here, Joe. Chili Beach, eating chips. They're chili chips. Something we haven't eaten a lot of. You can see right down the end there's some cars parked down there. So at low tide, this beach becomes beautiful to drive along. It is so sad and devastating and troubling and everything to see the rubbish on this beach. It's kind of mind-blowing. It almost makes you numb to it after a while, because you just look at it and go, there it is again. And it's not like you can pick up a bag, and if we all pick up a bag, the beach is clean, because on the next storm, the next lot comes right in through. Just went past someone's flipper, because it's just coming from an endless supply out to sea. So it's more like an international problem that's become a local eyesore, but it's really gets you thinking. Right now I'm not really taking much action, but it's making me think about what we could do. But beautiful nonetheless. Crazy beautiful. Just shows you the contrast of planet Earth. It can be so incredible, and yet our footprint can mess things up so easily. The thong tree. Is this the most noisy place you've ever slept?
By far.
Okay, just have a little listen.
It's so beautiful. It's so nice.
Here we are, waking up Gordon's Creek.
Good morning.
Full of life last night.
Yeah.
And then unfold the chair this morning and find things like this little fella. There's all sorts of stuff going on around here. We saw the biggest spider we've ever seen yesterday. But beautiful little camp nestled in here, Camp 3 and 4 at Gordon's Creek. Because Chili Beach was packed, too full to get into. So there was our sparse little overnight camp. Quick and easy to pack up and get going again. Well, here we go. We're driving out of Gordon's, what was it, Gordon River?
Creek.
Gordon Creek. Camps 3 and 4. It was cool. It was wet. It was noisy. Just down, what was it, 17 k's or 20 k's or something? 14 k's from
Chili Creek.
from Chili Beach, which was amazing, actually. So just about to do the little crossing down here. But check in with the crew. That was a fun little spot, guys. It was a little surprise, other than being a bit wet and noisy. Pretty good, good night's sleep.
Bullshit.
Yeah, awake all night there, Kaz?
Not a good night's sleep, but a lovely place to sleep, and I do appreciate the serenity.
Yes. I'm with Kazza on that.
That's good. And could I just check in with Greg how his night's sleep was?
Slept beautifully. Best I've had.
There you go. I swear that one of us is on watch every night, and we do shifts. Someone's always awake and watching out for stuff, and without even planning it. Chili Beach, how amazing. Pretty mind-blowing.
Beautiful, white sand, palm trees, gorgeous beach. Pity you can't swim there.
Yeah, I was blown away by that too.
I had a nice little quick swim there, but geez, I'll tell you what, you wouldn't want to swim there in the middle of
You swim
summer
everywhere,
either,
though. What's
with
the
the
difference?
box jellies around, Irrikanji, etc. All right, Archer River for a swim, and on to Cohen Bend, Big Bend.
Woo! Okay, honey. Where are we and what are you doing?
We're back at Cohen Big Bend. And last time we're here, we discovered that there's prawns that swim around here over night time. So, as you do, just fashioning a bit of a spear out of some a local branch. Nice little piece. I've got 4 little grooves. And I got my Bunnings rake that broke.
Oh,
It's turned into some nice. It was an adjustable rake.
Wow.
And it's turned into a perfect little piece to actually fashion a little hand spear.
You crack me up.
So we'll see how we're going.
Yeah,
That's
man
good.
of many talents,
Oh,
aren't you?
I don't know, I would call it talent, but let's say very creative. All right, come back to me later.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Wow.
Finished product.
Wow.
Bit of black because we don't want to scare them off over night time.
Okay.
And then we didn't have any good bolt cutters, so I've left these out, which is going to help it anyway, so it doesn't slide back.
What are you hoping to catch?
Prawns.
Anything else?
Small crocodiles. Barramundi hovering in the shallows. Some
Okay.
small fish.
Oh, in this creek over here.
Yep.
The odd Tom Bowler floating past.
There you go, Joe.
Bowler.
Oh, Jesus,
Joe?
that looks terrible.
Look at that.
That looks terrible,
It
Muriel.
is.
How are you going to pick that on the car for later?
It's going to sit in the front seat.
Did you put any barbs on that?
No barbs. Off on a cool little adventure through the riverbanks of Cohen River and all those little pools and beautiful sandy spots right where we're camping. Got the fishing rods, a couple of small lures, little muck around popper, and a little kind of minnow bait. Should be interesting. So we'll see. Hear a bit of water running.
You're going to video yourself.
Yeah, because I'm going to catch it straight away.
Oh, good. I look forward to that too.
Despite catching a few tarpon around here on the way up, nothing this day, and I'm sure you're not surprised. But Greg did have a surprise, one that he'd been working on the whole trip, in store for the girls. Greg! Holy shit, Greg. Look right there. No way. He's really sitting there. I think we should move back. Okay, crew. Well, here we are. We're sitting by the Cowan River, Big Bend. We've camped here on the way down and we're on our way back. We've got a few more adventures to go, but I thought it's a good time to talk about what are your two things that you couldn't have done without that you really loved, and maybe one dark horse thing that really surprised you. Who wants to go first?
I think when you're travelling a long way from home and, you know, things are not easily to come by, I think the cryovacking the food, the meats, and freezing them in our freezer was like a bonus. And also just like preparing food and like supermarket food before you go, because things up here are like 3 times the price.
Your dark horse.
My dark horse was, I haven't used it a lot, but I was very impressed by it and it did come in handy a couple of times, is Trev's shower that he made that I whinged a lot about before we came and said, why are you doing that? That's stupid. And there was some times we had nowhere to swim and we got to use that as a shower, fresh water. So thank you, my love.
My dark horse was the Darshi rooftop tent. It's incredibly comfortable, easy to climb up and down, which I thought may have been a bit of an issue, but that wasn't. And we had airflow even with a heavy downpour, so I thought that was fantastic. My other one is the CB radio, or the UHF radio, is an essential item. I think that makes the trip so much easier when you can communicate what's going on, and even with people that you don't know that can help you. I think that's an essential item.
Yeah.
The camp oven's definitely come in handy because we cooked up some good roast. So I've used that a fair bit, which is pretty good. A little bit of a dark horse, I reckon, is the ARB built-in water tank at the back of my canopy, because always using that, washing your feet, washing your hands, and we've got a shower connected to it and holds a fair bit of water. That's tucked away at the back, so use that heaps. And when we're camping for a couple of days, probably the solar panel is coming handy. It's pretty hot up here, so your fridge is working all the time. If you're not moving your vehicle, get your solar blanket out and then charged up your fridge, no worries. So probably couldn't live without that. All good.
They're good answers. Hey, you get you thinking about lots of different things. I think because I'm in a new vehicle, the underbody guards and the suspension and lift, so that's kind of more than one thing. But
Who did your underbody guard?
so yeah, the underbody guards was custom off-road, and the suspension and lift was Kim at Mermaid Suspension, which you got to love. What's it called? Word of mouth. When someone recommends someone that's good, they know what they're doing, and Kim was amazing. The suspension thing is just unbelievable. So much security in that. So that's one thing, just the underbody looked after. The second thing is the winch. We really needed the winch. Saved my life a couple of times. And in the mud, again yesterday, and also getting out of Nolan's came in very handy as well. Winch was really cool. And my dark horse is the Adventure King's little fire pit that Dan lent us. That stacks together really nicely, fit in the car really well, in its bag, stopped everything from rubbing on the side of the car. And when we needed it, when we couldn't have an open fire like we can here, it was just perfect, and it made all the heat work really, really well. So I think we've all been impressed by that as well. So it's pretty cool. So all in all, it's been some really amazing things that we've got to utilise, and it gets you thinking about what you're going to use on the next trip, which is important too. Leave us a comment. What's your favourite camp or four-wheel drive item, and maybe a dark horse? And also, what's something that you really want to get?
Always got to be patient. We'll get more. Oh, look at them all.
Serious? Oh, you need a net.
One there, see that one? Yeah. Opposite spots.
Can you get on the footy side?
Don't pull in, Greg.
Back underneath your feet. Keep going back.
Are they crabs?
Keep going back.
Are they crabs?
There. Right there, look close to the edge. See that one? prawn.
And what do you got there, hon? Where'd you get them from?
Oh, down in the creek, babe.
Really? What
Yeah.
creek?
This one right here, the Cohen River, and it's feed of, we just speared freshwater prawns, and prawns, good sized prawns, eh?
Wow.
And then some really nice yabbies.
Oh, they're beautiful.
So yeah, just about to put them all in the pot.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to put them back in the ocean, in the river?
Oh, they're speared, hun. So giving them a blessing. Look at the size of the claws on that one.
Oh, he's pretty. Yeah, the colour's beautiful in it too, isn't it?
Yeah, really pretty. So
Oh, you did well.
a little unfortunate to be a bit cruel, but
Good work, Greg.
that's
Cool to be
the
kind.
$15 rake that I bought turned into a spear and got these guys. Oh. Well, there was a hunter in me that developed when I was a little kid, but despite that, even earlier, there was a animal lover in me. And when I see these beautiful creatures, I really do struggle to kill them these days. However, I do a little blessing, thank them for their life, and enjoy that little bit of nourishment that they bring us and the thrill to be out there catching something. But the next morning, we wake up to a whole new experience.
It's right there. I saw it.
You're joking.
Its head sitting right there in the creek.
Hang on here.
I would have let it really splashing out from what too.
Really?
Not there now.
No?
Really?
Come show us where.
Around the corner. Give me some duct tape.
She's joking.
Got it.
Where'd you get that from? Where did you find that? That's so mean. How real does that look? Where was it? Oh my god.
That's heavy, mate. I didn't even see you take the knife out and cut its head off.
It's only a bloody decoy.
It's not even real.
Just shows you what I'd do to save these people.
Yeah, I know.
Before.
So you didn't even know that was a decoy and you still jumped in and got it.
What? Where did you find that? Ed probably had it all the time in the bloody...
I couldn't bring it out day 1, day 2, day 3, because I thought no one's got to go near the water.
In case you're wondering, yes, that was the crocodile from the day before. Greg had bought that head several weeks before online, got it delivered, kept it hidden in the back of the car, secret from Kaz the whole time, and was planning and waiting for that reaction. Pure gold. You got to give it to him. A for effort. Back in civilization,
Yeah.
Cape Tribulation, and a few more tourists around here. Look at that. Whoa. So how weird is it to see so many people? Yeah.
Feels weird.
Yeah. Is that all you're going to say?
Feels weird.
Feels weird. Look at this. This is Mile Beach, just around the corner at Cape Tribulation. Following Kaz and Greg down. Joe's up there in the lead. Look at the waves. Actually go out there and surf. You weren't scared of crocodiles. Warning. Achtung. Crocodilians. Look at that. Looks like a beautiful beach further down the coast. Stunning. It's a bit surprising, Joe.
Yeah.
There you go. Very impressed. So guess who's just turned up at the camp right next to us, literally right next to us, with no planning whatsoever. Max and Katie. If you've followed this journey from the start, you'll know that I had Max and Katie's clothesline from the Jardine River mouth. And they were heading back to Cairns and we were never going to see them again. But as the universe had it work out, they had a sudden idea to come back from Cairns to Cape Tribulation for one night to go fishing and pulled into the only campsite left, the one right next to us. And it turns out that clothesline was a family heirloom from Max's dad. So it was crazy just how it worked. After 4 attempts of seeing them and forgetting to give it to them, I finally got to give them back their family heirloom and it felt so good. We're walking this beautiful beach together and we've got these And we're going over there to that river mouth, creek mouth, and we're coming back with the barra. Let's do it. That's the plan. 3 rods ready to go. Well, there we go. Right there, big croc sitting on the end. That's his tail coming towards us, and his body sitting away. Just down this little creek where we're going to do a little bit of fishing. Let's see what happens. Beautiful creek. Mind-blowing. This is right in Daytree. Maxie, that was an effort and a half to get that out of that hole. Mate, well done, because you didn't give in. What did that take you, 10 minutes to wrestle him out? He's a good size. Hold him up. There you go. As we say goodbye to Max and Katie, we know we're going to have more good adventures with them, but we also have to get prepared to head to Port Douglas and say a very sad goodbye to Karen and Greg. And for Joe and I, that means our attention turns to a few secret waterfalls that we've gathered a bit of info about. So more on that in the next episode. Make sure you stay tuned to see exactly the little paradises we discover. That's insane. So beautiful. This whole area. Just incredible.
Well, I am feeling it.